Okay, well, welcome back to Ted Talks Guitars and Life. This is the putting together a kit guitar. It was all really one long video up until about a second ago when I stopped the camera. So this is more than likely part 4? No, part 3, sorry. So we are moving into bolting the neck on territory. So I need to find, this is, plastic goes on the wood, chrome goes outside, and the divot, okay, so that your screw ideally fits in as close to flush as you can get it. Now this can be a little tricky, but you can do it. Forgive me for having a little Diet Coke. I just been doing this a little bit longer than I anticipated it would take. So you don't want to force, okay? And it goes, should go heel end first like that, and then it'll fall down, drop down. Now, what we already know from the unboxing of this particular guitar and the closer look vid is that this is not going to stay by itself, okay? So I'm going to, what I would typically do, and this is just me, I would stand it up like this. That way I get a little bit more of the gravity. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera and talking, trying to adjust my light. Too many things going on. However, I think I'll just hold it like this in the interest of time. Now, sometimes, and really usually, oh, look at that. Now that, okay, let me just say, I've said a couple of things about the wonkiness of some of the screw holes on this guitar, but this is a nice touch in my opinion. What I mean by that is the screws do not thread the body. They just drop right down to the screw holes of the neck. That is class. That helps with connectivity and bite, in my humble opinion. Again, just my opinion. Now I'm just starting these, and I'm not gonna, when I get to that clicking, that just means I don't have, clearly I don't have good leverage, right? I'm trying to hold the guitar, and it's not your fault, but so that you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm gonna set it down like so. And I would generally put something under it to give it a little bit of tension. And then I'm going to take the screwdriver, and I'm going to finish these by hand. And it doesn't take, you know, again, you don't have to, they need to be tight, but you're not locking down the fort, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't have to be like, that screw will never come off, and it, you know, because most of the time, if you have a guitar and you play it a lot, there may be occasions when the player will take that neck off. I've got guitars around the shop. I've had the neck off 20 times at least. So it's just a thing. Now, if you don't work on your guitars, or you take them in and let somebody else work on them, well, that's just wonky, isn't it? Slight imperfection here, in that the plate sticks out over the edge. I don't think that was just plate placement. Okay. We are ready for strings. Ready for strings. So yeah. Now, unfortunately, this is really not super helpful. Before I get into what's not super helpful, if you have a measuring tape, if you measure from the nut of the guitar right here, 25.5 inches, that's where you want to put, well, that's almost spot on. That's where you want to put these saddles as a starting point. Now, again, we could get in the weeds of all that, but this is just put the guitar together. Now, unfortunately, if you bought this as a gift for somebody, this is what they give you. If you've never strung a guitar before, I don't know how you know what's up on this deal, man. That's just super not helpful. I know that there ain't nobody from Fesley watching my vid, but dude, if you are, if anybody knows how to get a hold of the Fesley company, man, this ain't helpful, bro. I mean, you a parent, grandparent, significant other of somebody. So all I can tell you about this deal right here is, all right, you go from the thickest to the smallest. That's all I can tell you. I mean, I can tell you the names of the strings and all that, but I'm just saying, if you've never done this before, that is really not helpful. I don't know why in the world they would not. Well, I do know why. You know why, guys? It's just cheaper to do it this way. It's just cheaper. It's just cheaper for them, more expensive for you. Because I've done this in time or two, strung a guitar, and I don't have the appropriate glasses on me to really, and the sun is in my eyes, and the wind is in my hair, all the excuses. I'm just saying, if you feel a little weird about this, this is a weird deal. Do yourself a favor, man. If you're gonna buy one of these and you've never done this before, find any kind of, well, doggone, man. I guess that's not the example product. Okay, this is not an advertisement from Ernie Ball at all. Okay, it's just a pack of strings that I could get out of the box without making any more racket than what I just made. Okay, all that said, get you a pack of strings, okay? Just Amazon, local guitar store, wherever you want to go, and get them in a pack. You know, this is one set. It's 6 strings. It has numbers on it. Okay, all you need to know is highest to lowest. Okay, the reason that I'm going into that is so what you do with this kind of deal here, instead of highest to lowest in terms of a number, the movement is thick to thin. Okay? And that's fairly simplistic until you get to the last two. And, you know, I don't know, man, maybe if you got really good eyes, it doesn't matter at all, but these 3 right here, man, this is the challenge, and I just cannot believe that. I mean, you know, some of us, I know there's got to be some parents and grandparents watching this. You know who you are. You put together the toys the night before theoretically Santa Claus comes. 2 o'clock in the morning, you got the drill out and building the whatever dream house or something. I'm trying to use, I got to get away from saying random brand names on my channel, man, because yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm going to go with this one's thicker than that one. Guys, I'm just telling you, man, I've been playing guitar for 3 decades. I did not appreciate the fact that I was going to have to discern where the strings go by the size of them. Now maybe that just means that, you know, I haven't taken the time to learn enough or don't have the right glasses on or whatever. Like I said, man, sun's in my eyes, the wind's in my hair. But, and truthfully, these strings, buy you some guitar strings is what I'm saying. Now again, I said earlier tonight, what these are good for is what we're doing right now. I just want to set the guitar up and play it so that I can assess what I might need to do to it. Man, my workspace is really, you guys don't have time to listen to me clean up my work area, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get you down here. Let's see if I could adjust this. It's pretty close. Oh man, that's pretty close. Okay. Hopefully I didn't hit slow-mo or anything on the camera like I did one other time. Had this great video, man. Oh, I was telling stories. It was fantastic content. It would probably win all kind of YouTube awards. And I went back to post it, and I was watching it, and it was in slow motion. Wow, 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 wow. Anyway, so now one thing that would be helpful for you to have, although not necessary, you can do all this by hand, one of these little string winder things. This bad boy in here, like that. Okay, that's cool. That works. You know what else works? Your hand. But I use this. And it's just a string winder with a drill bit. You can find them anywhere. Okay. Well, if these strings are at least decent, we should be able to get a wind out of them or two. Okay, so the string is going to go here on the first, the low E, the thickest string. So I'm going to go 1, 2 tuners, and I'm going to cut right here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because the string is too long. If you don't do that, you're going to end up with the tuner just winding and winding and winding and winding. Okay, so what, again, guys, this is just how I do it. Put in the comments how you do it, man. Okay, so I'm going to put the string through. I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to come over one time like that. And I'm going to let the top wind be over the string that's in the hole. Oh, hang on. And all the other ones underneath. In theory. Okay, well, don't worry about all the sound and stuff right now. It's just all that'll get worked out, maybe. So it's in theory, and I think there's a lot of great reasons. This is the first kit guitar I've ever bought. Although the truth is, everything I've been doing with the budget guitars is the same concept. In that, oh snap, hang on. I just cut the wrong string. You remember when I said I don't edit anything? Yeah, I don't edit anything. So yeah, I just did that in real time. Which means I may have to, so again, string through the hole, then I wind it over the top the first time. And then under all the rest, in theory. Okay? Anyway, what I was saying before I jacked this string up. What I've never bought a kit guitar before, but in theory, what I've been doing in buying budget guitars and modding them is the same concept. Because I only ever was looking for a body and a neck. Because what I do is I have a certain electronic parts that I typically put in a guitar. And if I'm buying a $79 guitar, I'm more than likely not keeping the electronics that come with it. Now again, that's not because I'm an electronics snob. And just again, this was kind of decided this evening after dinner while I was hanging out with my bride that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to test the parts. Now I've got full playlist of all the budgets that I've worked with in the description. You can find those below. But if you watch those, okay, so on this one you're out of tuners, right? So the string wants to go here, so there's one. You just kind of got to imagine two and cut it somewhere in here. On my granddaughter's guitar, the Fojill, I made a couple decisions about that guitar where I upgraded many things, but not all the things. So that was, you know, kind of different. And if you can spin it around a couple times by hand, you can. If not, you don't have to. And then just kind of. Now those of you playing the home game saw that I cut my finger. Guitar strings are sharp. Oh boy, we got a lot of buzzy. Now this one you're out of space. So what I do is, okay, it wants to be here, right? So just take it back 2, pretend it's going to live here, and do the deed right here. I don't know if this is helpful. Man, if this is helpful, please let me know in the comments, because I'd hate to think I was... Alright, I have nicked my finger twice on this. Let me just get rid of this. There we go. Alright, I'm going to put it through. Got to bend it. I'm going to wind it. Get 2 winds out of it that way, and then I'm going to go downstairs after that. Now the other thing, oh boy. That was that fantastic. Alright, so man, I hope this is helpful. I know this is a deep dive, I know it's long, but okay, so there's a couple of challenges here. Okay, so one opportunity is I have not put the string trees on here. Okay, so what a string tree does, what a string tree does is it gives you a break on the strings so that they're not straight, but they angle down. Okay. So, one, I don't have that. I don't have those on there. 2, you see that? The string just pops off that nut. Okay, so that means that this nut slot is not deep enough. Okay. So, if you don't work on guitars, that's a problem. So, I'm not attempting to discourage anybody from buying a kit or this kit, and maybe there's better kits. I don't know anything about kit guitars. It's really not my thing, right? But that said, this is a problem. Well, maybe we're in luck. Maybe it's not going to do it again. Well, why don't we tune the guitar? That might help us out. So, you know, there's all kind of tuners, man. This is just a super easy one. I know it sounds like it's gonna. Well, it's not jumping off anymore. Okay, well, maybe. Well, it jumped off 3 times and that won't jump, so it's good though. What I mean by it's good is beats the alternative, man. That is for sure the truth. Now, if you're new to all this, guitar strings should be stretched after you put them on. They would stretch over time. And there's any number of ways that people stretch them. Okay, our guitar is together. So let's see what she sounds like. Stand by.